Hello, hello, my friends. Hey, howdy, hey, I hope you're having a good day. It's time for Wild Ambition here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Pew pew, pew pew, pew
Ew.
pew, pew
Yeehaw.
pew. Cowboy noises. Before
Insert
we get
cowboy
started,
noises.
a few announcements, mainly being other shows here on the channel. We have, of course, tomorrow night we are off, but Friday we are back with the Astral Calling. They have an elevator fight to finish off, and then an audience with the former King of the Fairies. Then, on Saturday, the Tabletop Bros are back with Baldur's Gate 3. See Will, see Matt, see Calf in the back of Zoe's camera and on the stream on Saturday, and see Chad playing through Baldur's Gate 3. The three of us playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm playing a bard. The bard dialogue for walking in on the ogre and the bugbear is hilarious, and that was a fun time. We're in the Underdark right now. Things are going crazy.
How crazy are they?
Well,
Oh, you know.
I turned a number of things into zombies that aren't normally zombifiable. So that was fun.
And then the thing that allowed you to make the zombies turned on us because it wanted to stage a coup, a mushroom coup,
Although
the worst kind of coup.
I did find out that if I would have carried from the first act that mind flare that we killed in the ship, we could have carried the mind flare and we could have had a zombie mind flare.
Huh.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Now here's the thing: when you say if you had carried, you mean if you had tricked Garl into carrying it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Matt's playing Garl again. Chat.
As he should.
As he should.
Real.
Didn't
yesterday-
we carry an imp for like the first however long of the game?
Yeah. And barrels.
Yesterday, we did a stream where I made my remaster wizard. The first character I want to play with remaster rules. They're an orcish wizard. They're scrawny. They're fun. I really like them. I hope I get to play them at some point. But if you want to go see someone building a character with the remaster rule set, go check that out. And then, of course, every Monday night we have the Strength of Thousands Venture Path. Join us as we stop the siege of Osaibu.
Or try to.
As we successfully.
You're fighting some siege engines now that are going to Rock'em Sock'em Robot punch you guys to smush.
Oh my god, Rock'em Sakura, that's my favorite drag queen.
Ooh, I'm Sakura.
I was
Yeah.
like, what card captor spinoff is that?
He's great.
Rock'em Sakura. Then on Tuesday night next week, we're starting a Remnant 2 playthrough. Join me on Tuesday nights as I complete my game backlog and do it live. Then on Rock M Sakura was at Icon. Oh, apparently they were at our anime convention last year in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Didn't know that. That's fun. But yeah, I think that's everything announcement wise. So now we got people wise. Shy is stuck at work. Abby is having a rough night. And that's why they're not here. But do you know who is here? TikTok extraordinaire, slime and dice aficionado, and a generally good person, an excellent theater critic and artist, so y'all should commission her. It's McKenna playing Miss Honey Madeline.
Howdy, y'all. I am, generally a good person. And tonight I
Very
am
that.
playing Honey Madeline, our resident gunslinger, who is even less of a generally good person. McKenna Ray Art on all of the socials and www. Mostly TikTok, occasionally Instagram.
Sometimes modeling.
That's true. I did have my first successful catwalk on Friday. So
Bad bitch.
What can
Real.
I see? What can I see? She's a model, Linda Evangelista.
Oh.
Hopefully ALA will have videos of that out soon. I have like one. It's like a video of a video. but hopefully they'll have professional stuff out soon.
Yeah. Speaking of modeling, someone who also probably could and probably has, we have Zoe playing Twitty. How are you doing tonight, Zoe?
Hi, I'm good.
How was the panel?
It was really good. Yeah,
That's
it was
good.
fun. We did an anime and TTRPGs panel at ALA, and it was a blast. Yeah.
You might say it was a Kamehameha.
That it was. We made no puns while we
Oh.
were there. Definitely none at all. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time.
Very that.
Very that. Speaking of very that, someone who's all that, we have Cooper tonight playing Christine. How you doing tonight,
I'm
Cooper?
all that.
Oops, all that.
Oh yeah. We're here. I
You're here?
sure could not sleep last night, so I was up until like 7 in the goddamn morning. But you know what? We're here.
Oh, were you playing Ark that long last night?
No, actually. But you know.
Someone who I think is, I'm not sure would be capable of staying up all night any longer. We have Matt playing Lorgar.
He really called you decrepit.
Hold on. I mean, blood is still sand, but well, now hold on. Let's quantify this.
Yeah,
Are we talking about with or without coffee
with or without coffee, your call.
or cola?
Your call. Entirely your call. If I said, "Hey Matt, let's buy that scary ass game and stay up all night playing it," would you be able to do that?
I mean, if we could record you and I would get some earplugs.
Are you talking about Lethal Company?
No. I don't wanna play
I
that
would
game. It
love
looks
to watch
awful.
you play Lethal Company.
It looks so
I'm-
bad.
as I've
I'd
said
rather
before-
play Phasmo.
As I've said before, I will sponsor a stream of Will playing Amnesia the Bunker if I get to sit behind him while he plays it and mutter at random times in a whispery voice.
I will say, I have seen a whole bunch of videos of Lethal Company McKenna, and I actually think some of like the monster designs are kind of cute in that one. I was like, oh, these things
Yeah.
are adorable. I want to hug it.
The furries really popped off.
What?
The furries really popped off.
Do you ever think before you speak?
Hello, furries designed the game.
Do you think before you say those words out loud? We didn't need
The
to hear them.
furries popped off. Yeah.
Well, speaking of popping off, it's time for us to pop off on into our game with our animated intro.
This is
Why? Why is it
Four
not consistent?
ears.
Last
Four
time
ears.
on Wild Ambition.
we're talking about furries, by the way.
Speaking of fun animal ear facts, owls
Go
have
home.
asymmetrical ears.
Wanna go home?
What?
Same.
What?
Yeah, owls have asymmetrical ears.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's because they're little guys.
Are we?
Ooh.
Have we done? Are we good with the bird facts?
No, Jesus Christ, no. No one in this chat is good. You were saying, William.
I'll control myself.
Last time on Wild Ambition, our party faced off with a new enemy in some sort of test. With Trimvali, guardian of storm and sky. After passing the nature god? Guardian? Who knows? As tests by besting them in combat, after a grueling and quite close battle, our party received a whole bunch of loot! And also got a bunch of the power from this guardian directly laser beamed into them. Causing many of the runes on their weapons to go inert, but to be basically installed implicitly on the party. Allowing our party to get a number of benefits, including the fact that any weapons they hold instantly become +1 striking now, which is really cool.
Will,
Yes, Matt.
we received a permanent buff from the bird, from the spirit guardian, what have you.
Yes.
Bird buff.
And this thing did resemble a bird.
The big bird buff.
Okay, so we've got, animal power. Powered by an animal.
Where are you
And I
going with this, Matthew?
felt the need to lean back as you leaned into the screen.
You should. You should lean back.
But kind of just keep a tally. You'll see him in April, and you can get revenge then.
It's true.
What would that form take, revenge?
You don't need to know.
You
don't need
think
to worry
I would
about it
tell
yet.
you?
Yes, keep me in suspense.
Yes.
You can worry about it when it's
gladly.
time.
I worry about many things. This is not near the top of my list.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
In addition to the variety of other items our party found within the casket, orb pedestal, they
You're the
found in
DM,
the orb
pick one.
pedestal.
Me
Orb
when I
pedestal.
contemplate the orb,
Casket, casket. It works both ways because the orb is sort of like this nature guardian power distilled into an orb that it kind of like died into. Like the thing died and became the orb. So I feel like casket works. So beneath the casket of the guardian, our party found a number of items as well, including a arcane device that Alec was very interested in, as they believed it would be possible to restore his wife with it. We're picking up with our party right where we left off. They've just finished looting the room, so to speak. Alec has identified the items, everyone's items for them, and he has begun to make his... Yes, honey?
Curiosity, Alec.
Yes.
What was your plan if we hadn't randomly showed up?
I mean, I was going to clear the ruins myself and just kind of deal.
What was your plan to deal with that thing by yourself?
Alec puts the device down, opens up their coat, opens up a bag, takes what appears to be like a parcel, like a Kleenex box size parcel wrapped in paper. Well, I won't need it, so here, honey.
Oh.
Honey, you've just added 1 explosive to your inventory. That is a brick of alchemical explosive.
That's my
Don't mind
sister.
if I do. Thank you, Alec.
That
That'd do it.
it would. I feel like a brick of alchemical explosives is, enough.
Feel like a femme queen.
Adding to inventory, explosive brick of alchemical components.
And the sad part is, McKenna is the person I feel most comfortable giving this to.
Yeah. Real.
Excuse.
Someone looks offended.
Excuse.
Do you think I would give this to Shy?
Well, no, but I'm not
Maybe.
shy.
I'm putting in the notes for this item has enough power to kill God, parentheses, maybe.
But yeah, so Alex just says, well, I have that, and then, a number of other alchemical items. And then, worst comes to worst, I would just call you all and say, hey, do you want to get paid? And you all seem to be doing a lot of stuff for money right now, so it works out.
Ah, shit. We could have gotten paid for this.
I mean, I'm going to. That's the goal. That was part of the agreement, honey. I'm surprised you forgot.
I didn't forget. Listen, I just spent a full hour shooting a wall. I might not be in the best state of mind.
Yeah,
I think
was...
I hit that stupid bird maybe 2 or 3 times in 2 hours of combat.
Real.
I never hit it with my flaming orb.
Yeah.
Or sphere, whatever.
Well, you know, Lorgar, sometimes people just have performance issues like that. It's okay. And Alex just kind of puts his hand on his shoulder.
Just on the subject of us post this fight, now that we leveled up, because of like personal revelations and kind of looking inside himself during the fight, Lorgar is big into astronomy now.
Oh.
I have the the ancestry feat guided by the stars, which is a
That's so
Erixie
fun.
thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up all your star charts.
Written in the stars.
Written in the stars.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Chad.
Chad's not
This
in
planet
this
is in
yet.
alignment and says use a bitch.
Real.
Pardon my French.
Yeah, Alex, just like, if you all don't need me for anything, I'm going to go and get my wife out of a painting.
Of course.
Cheers.
I
Alec,
kind of want to watch.
Remember, measure twice, cut once.
if you want to watch, come upstairs and watch. I didn't know if you all were hanging out down here and wanted to talk, but if you all want to come and watch, you're free to come and watch. I mean, not like that, Twitty. Alec just like...
I mean, it ain't every day you get to see a woman
I
from
mean,
the dead come out of a painting. I guess she was never technically dead, but still, she's been dead to me for my entire lifetime.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Are you saying she's going to be born again?
Something like that.
Good lord.
Good lord,
Good
Gar.
Lorgar.
you all need
Good
to work
Lord,
on
God.
your phrasing of things.
I know, I'm just feeling very inspired
Single one of you.
now from the stars. Which we cannot see because we're in like a basement.
Yeah, what are you
Me when
on,
I'm written in
Lorgar?
the stars.
I can see them with my waking eyes.
I would consider this more of a dungeon than a basement, perhaps, but true.
I mean, not all basements are dungeons, but I would assume all dungeons are basements.
About that, I feel like a dungeon could be.
Well,
Ground level?
Yeah.
You're right. I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's get out of here. I think there might be some weird particulates in the air that are making me a little lightheaded.
Yeah,
Possibly.
dead air.
Well, possibly also dead guardian god bird. I don't know what that was. Really?
I mean, the electrocution was not kind to us.
No, it was not.
We're all a little fried.
My leg is
Speaking
still
of fried,
twitching a
how
little.
are you doing, Twitty? Do you need medicine?
yeah.
Well, I ain't got any. Lorgar?
Give me a second. Let me get out the good moss.
You go and get it
Brain
started, Alec. We'll meet you up there.
All right, I'll get up there and...
All right, let's see if I don't accidentally
Do my
kill.
I mean, we could head
Patient.
up there and then you could do it.
That's true.
All right.
All right. We'll go upstairs.
All right. Alec is just like walking up the stairs, very carefully holding this device.
Don't drop
What if he tripped?
it.
That is what I'm very worried about, Twitty.
It's fine. We'll catch it.
It will be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Just
Everything
barely succeeded.
will be fine. Speaking of which, and I know this
Oh.
might put a bit of a damper on everything going forward. What are you all planning to do about Candor?
Oh, God. I don't think I've made up my mind on that one yet.
7 hit points back.
Might just figure it out when we get there.
Thank
Honestly,
you,
I
Kai.
have a mind to just tell him the truth and watch his head spin around in circles.
Among other things.
I mean, listen,
Hold on.
as much as I want to think that you telling Candor the truth would cause him to have some sort of conniption, I think the taste of leather is so strong in his mouth it may not be all that effective.
I don't disagree. I just think it would frustrate him. Think on it. I'll go and tell him that the murderer that he is trying to track down isn't a murderer because the person he supposedly murdered is actually alive. She was in a painting for God knows how many years.
Well,
And then she was magically released from a painting because we killed a god. And then he goes, now, honey Madeline, I know you're fibbing. I'm going to cast a little zone of truth. And then he casts his little zone of truth, and I say it all again, and he finds out I ain't fibbing. You just watch the blood pressure rise in that man's face. My lord.
Question.
Answer.
So, the only crime that our friend here is being pursued by Cantor for is the supposed murder of his wife.
Yeah,
Who,
that's the one.
assuming everything goes well with our little extraction here, she's going to be alive again. So doesn't that somewhat invalidate just by her being alive? Like, can't you just here's the person I'm supposed to have killed. Now what?
Yeah, but then what's his name is going to know that she's alive, and if he's after her, he might go and try to look for her. He's got all these resources. I think you should just fight him.
Why not?
But if you'd rather run from a bureaucrat, then that's your
they're usually not very athletic, so they're not hard to outrun, bureaucrats.
I suppose.
This bureaucrat is the exact same bureaucrat that Rosinda is running from.
This is just baffling to me. We have all these people and all these resources and all these stories, and ain't no one trying to do nothing about it. Everyone's just running around.
Well, people did try to do things about them, but that war was lost.
I'm not talking about a whole damn rebellion. I'm talking about unseating one bureaucrat. I mean, it only takes one good shot.
Well,
that's
as long as they're not behind a pole.
What if we sent word that we had information that this bureaucrat wanted, lured them out,
Twitty, but I love you,
and pushed them in a hole?
Sorry, Lorcar. What were you saying?
I was just going to say, what if we somehow got Candor to relay that we had information that this particular bureaucrat that's causing all these problems had, lure them to a place, and then push them in a hole?
Oh, that does sound like fun.
And the hole can be full of scorpions.
Can I shoot him once
And
he's in the
snakes?
hole?
I mean, if you want people to make it seem like not a natural thing, yeah. Because people fall into holes full of scorpions. It happens. I saw it once.
All the time.
Truthfully,
Yeah, around you it happens a lot more than it should.
I mean, yeah. I got nothing defense on that.
You can't deny it.
I choose to say nothing.
But you already said enough.
Also,
anyway.
I'm outside of most people's jurisdiction. I don't live in town, so I am a non-entity. I'm like going out onto the ocean where there ain't no laws. Or is that not how laws work?
Are you gonna be a pirate, Lorcar?
I'm a desert pirate.
Okay, Lorcar. Sorry, Alec. It sounded like you had something to say.
Anyway,
I was letting y'all do your thing.
moving on.
You sure were.
You'll be fine. Your wife will be fine. No one will hunt you down. Not while we're around.
And
well,
I appreciate
yeah, but
that.
Tweety, I think you missed the part where he's skipping town.
All right.
Well, unless, something can be done, but that seems like the easiest way to keep her safe.
I still think you should
listen,
tell Candor.
Honey, we can try that. That's fine with me. If you're willing to do that, but if Candor doesn't cooperate, I'm fucked. Valoraine's fucked. And quite frankly, Candor telling any information to the counselor might cause this entire town to get fucked by the League.
This league is such a problem. I bet it's led by a very nasty person.
Honestly, who's in charge of it?
An asshole.
Of this
What kind of
particular
freaks would
chapter, I
join
don't
such an
know.
organization?
Real.
Yeah. I bet they can't even keep a bunch of instruments safe.
Sorry, Will, you were saying.
No, you're fine. Like I said, I will put I will put Valrain's life ahead of the life of every other person in that town. And I do not think that's unreasonable.
Depends on the town. Cauline or Corvangeline?
Gold line.
Eh.
Or Corvangeline. Any town. The thing that matters to me most is this Valrain's safety. And
You're talking about her like she ain't in the room with us. She's right over there.
She's not there yet, and then you guys are turning into like the room, and then you got the hello dear, good news, and you see Alec putting this like box on the ground, and he says, just give me a few more moments. He begins basically like pulling out like different parts of the box, and it's expanding into what appears to be some sort of like tripod that has like the box at the top of it. He takes the painting. Hello dear. Hello. Are we sure this will work? It's like, well, there's only one way to find out. He puts the easel in front of the device, and he goes to push the button. And after a moment, there is a zzz, and then nothing happens. Is it not supposed to? And then suddenly, without warning, there is a large flash of light. And after the large flash of light is done, standing before you is Alec, and in their arms is a beautiful woman with cascading dark hair going down her shoulders and lower back. Her beautiful, like, red, almost not a saloon girl dress, but like a high society saloony type of dress.
And
And
to be in a high society.
surrounding the two of them are all the flowers that were in the painting.
Aww. Cute.
That's nice.
There is hugging and there is sobbing, and the two of them will be indisposed for some time.
Oh.
All right.
That's
This part I
bad,
did not
that's
want to be
bad.
in the room for. Glad you're back. Glad you're safe.
No,
I'm
they're
gonna-
just like holding and like, I'm so happy that you're alive, dear. Oh, I'm so happy to
Oh
be
me,
out of
oh
that
my.
I'm still gonna give them the room because,
Yeah.
girl, it's been how many years for them?
painting. A little bit over
Me
a
when I give
decade.
them the room, because it's
Come
been so
on,
many
come on.
years.
Clear the space. Clear the space.
I mean, all right. I do have something I wanted to discuss with you and the sheriff.
Oh.
Hmm?
Do tell. Do tell.
Well, we move out of the room. We give the newer reunited couple some space. So if you recall, there is a debt on the books, so to speak, regarding your assistance with, and I give Salt a little scritch behind the bony ear, this little one, and I would prefer to pay that particular debt back sooner rather than later. And as I mentioned, I have another ritual in mind that I feel one of you might find advantageous, where I can imbue an item of yours with a little bit of magical luck, so to speak.
Oh.
Now, two things we need to note here. One, I can only do it for one item, and it's going to have to be one or the other of you. I leave to you to decide who's going to get the token. And second, it does have one particular requirement. I'm just going to make sure I got this. A the cost of it is a favorite food or drink and a wearable token with personal or familiar significance worth 10 gold pieces. So, I don't know if you have some sort of locket with each other's pictures in it, or a family ring passed down through generations. I don't know. Some lucky shoes. I don't know.
No, Twitty's the one with the lucky shoes. The things in my inventory
I mean,
have-
to be fair, how attached are you to your guns?
very.
Well,
She is, it's
a
true.
wearable token with, or a wearable token, it has to be a wearable token, I suppose. So,
You
you know,
wear a
we
gun
could
in a
do,
holster.
I suppose, well, I don't know, do you
have
have,
my
do you have a
little
training
tie.
gun that you used at one point that you have fond memories of?
Christine chuckles.
Lorgar, I don't like to admit to this freely, but I don't have a whole lot of money for more than 2 guns. These are the guns that I've had for
That's
as
fair.
long as I've had guns. I've
Well,
taken very good care of them. I do have this little tie. Christine has a pin as well. Stones we found when we were kids. I don't know if they're worth 10 gold to
well,
anyone besides ourselves, but
it should be noted that I think the whole sentence says the favorite food or drink and a wearable token with personal or familiar significance in total has to be worth 10 gold pieces. So
Oh,
if
see,
we go
that's
back to
not.
town, for instance, and you find a drink you really like that's worth like 9 gold pieces or something.
Jesus.
fair enough.
What sort of
fair
gold
enough.
flaked drink?
Well, 20-year-old cask aged scotch or something, I don't know.
I suppose. Well, it sounds fun, Lorgar. That sounds cool.
Yeah, and
Um,
just for peek behind the curtain, the effect of this is if we just get a success, you essentially get a thing that will once a month you get to have the lucky feat. Essentially, you get to roll twice for something and pick the better result.
nice.
That's cool.
If we get a critical success, you can use it once a week.
Nice.
Dang.
And I do have I can have 3 secondary casters for this, so the chances of getting a critical success on this are slightly better than what we did for the other ritual.
And what do you need secondary caster wise?
Crafting, performance, or society.
Hmm.
And it doesn't have to be the person I'm doing the spell for, so.
Well, that's
This is
good.
an-
'Cause
Interesting proposition you got there, son.
And as I said, while I would like to cross this debt off as soon as possible, I don't like being in debt to people. If it's easier, we can wait. I just wanted to put this all out on the table again.
Yeah, I mean, we can wait till we get back to town. Might be
That's
easier. Food wise, all we got out here are rations.
I mean, some people are very attached to them rations, but
There's
I
a-
imagine that it's not you.
There's a knock at the door to the
Oh,
room that
we have a
y'all are
door?
in. Yeah, these had doors. It was a monastery. They had private rooms.
I'm actually not sure if I
man.
remembered it being identified as a monastery at any point. I forgot that.
They
Everyone's decent.
a like small figure kind of like pushes open the side of the door, and just like comes in. It is a homunculus. It's Alex Homunculus.
Oh,
Yeah. So y'all need to rest up here tonight.
probably.
All right.
Heart.
Cool,
Oh.
cool.
Why?
So we're going to take a rest here this evening, and let's all meet up here in the morning.
What is this expression on your face, and why don't I trust it?
I'm a homunculus. I'm sorry. I'm not great with facial expressions.
Is the implication here that they need the rooms to themselves, or is the implication here that they are going to run away in the night?
No, they got a room.
Oh, they got
I'm
a room,
saying
did they?
I'm saying that is it cool if we spend the night here? Do y'all want to start heading to town immediately?
I think we ought to spend the night here.
All right.
Especially because we might need to go back out to the swamps to fetch Balti. Where did we leave him?
I mean, this could be the start of an amazing hero's journey for him, raised by the lizard folk.
Cuts to
I'm
Balti.
sure you'd love that.
There's a swamp snake, and Balti's just like, all right, growing vines. Vines wrap around the swamp snake. Balti gets onto the back of it. Hi ho, snakey! And then they just start with a whole bunch of Aruxi just chasing after Balti through the swamp.
I'm
Cuts
sure
back
he's
to the
having a
team.
grand old time.
You know, Lorgar, I think you're right about that.
I have to
Usually
agree.
am.
You're muted, though.
So I guess we're getting a good night rest.
Yeah, you are going to get the benefits of a full night's rest.
There you go.
Delightful.
No one is going to have any strange dreams or nightmares. And
I feel like
yeah.
that might be a slight knock at me, but
Maybe.
The next morning, you all wake up bright-eyed and, in some cases, scaly-tailed.
it's true. It's very scaly.
Alec and Valrain have come out of the room. Valrain says, my apologies for yesterday. I just, allow me to properly introduce myself now. My name is Valrain, and she looks at Alec and says, Wimble.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh me, oh my.
I thank you ever so much for your aid in allowing me to escape from that painting. And she does a light little curtsy to each of you.
Oh, well, we're glad to see you in all three dimensions. Well, tell us a little about yourself. What were you doing before, your occupation as a painting?
I was
Honey, be nice.
old money, so I didn't really do much other than go to parties and socialize. I was a bit of an aristocrat. Society, charity dinners, that type of thing.
I don't know, but,
But other than that, that was really it. I simply lived a life of luxury and ease. It was fun. Then I met Alec, and things became more fun. And then the two of us have now run off this way. And I spent the last few years watching over his shop for him. Yes, I do realize now it probably does seem very creepy that I was just sort of silently watching everyone for years, but
I'm
Quite a
gonna
bit.
level with you, Valrain. I think everyone in town knew something was up with that painting. Because it was just being like, oh, it's just Alec. He's just sad. Of course, he's in mourning. Like, no. You know what I mean? I think everyone knew there was something up.
fair enough.
I think they're all going to be real pleased to know that you are out and about and no longer staring people down in the form of a painting.
Everyone, make me a perception check, by the way.
I'll take a
Perception.
30.
Ooh, Honey will
It's a
notice.
19 on the die face.
Lorgar will notice.
Me
Will
when
Christine
I
notice?
roll a perception.
Christine will not notice. Lorgar,
F.
Honey, you've been talking to Valrain for about 2-3 minutes now, and she hasn't blinked once.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this girl.
Oh no.
Have we considered the idea that I'm going to huddle the group, not in front of have we
He's
considered?
just, second, sorry. He's just, what's up, Lorgar?
Yeah, I'm desert crazy. I need reassurance at times. Have we considered the idea that she was never real to begin with, and that they just brought a painting to life?
That would mean Alec is so fucking crazy.
But
I mean, yeah.
Wasn't he wanted for her murder? I'm assuming that means that
Well, hold
there
on.
was a person who was murdered.
Oh, that's another possibility. She was alive. She was murdered, but this painting was made of her, and now she's been replaced by a painting of her that has now been brought to life and made into a person that wasn't originally.
Or maybe this is a weird side effect of being stuck in a painting for.
It's
Sorry,
po-
excuse me.
I
How
mean, it's
old are
possible.
you?
It's possible she was put into the painting or something, but now has come out only as a living painting, as not as a proper person. Will she bleed paint if she cuts her finger?
Is there a reason you ain't blinking, honey? Because it's throwing us all off.
Okay,
She's
well,
just
that's
standing
direct.
there.
Just
Like-
a bit of the honey bluntness.
That's my sister.
And like you see her like consciously blink.
Oh, girl, you ain't feeling
The
no
little
way.
nod.
It's the lizard blink, the one I.
Hey,
it's like-
hey, hold on. I find that offensive.
You're
It's
not
Okay,
like,
a
but wait, that
lizard.
would be so fucking funny.
I'm lizard adjacent.
I think I
Okay,
don't.
but you're not.
I think I don't have to blink.
She lost her balance.
Do you consider that a concern to have, possibly?
I mean, it's a strange side effect, I would say, but
It's something. It
Can
is
we do a
definitely
check to
something.
see if she's lying?
yeah, make me a perception check for insight.
Alrighty then. Come on, high whiz, don't fail me now.
She was crying when her and Alec were embracing. The party did see that.
That could have been a very light water-based paint.
Doesn't seem like
real.
she's lying.
It seemed like she's lying. You don't perceive any traps in the room.
You know, sometimes I give NPCs a happy ending.
Aren't
Yeah.
you know,
Perception
that's
on the
gonna go at
DM?
level
Yeah,
5.
every single one of us was just like, suspicious. Happy ending? No.
Not at level 5.
Not in Night City, Will.
Hmm.
Oh, it's just not giving.
Well, maybe in
Doors
time
of the
we
tree.
learn how to blink again, because
We learned how to.
it's
Me when I
it's a
learn how to
little
blink
it's a
again.
little creative.
And now she's like, as she's looking at you, blinking constantly.
Oh, well, you know what? You had a rough last 10, 20 years.
I've had a
Okay,
rough
you'll
go
get
of it,
used
huh,
to it.
lady?
You'll get back into the swing of things, blinking and having bodily functions.
And being creative.
Oh.
Creative.
Everybody's so creative.
So creative. See how that's just differently different?
What's going on, Will?
I'm not looking forward to bodily functions.
Oh.
What's to look forward to with that? Am I
Yeah.
right?
I've not
Living.
I've not looked for. You know, I that is something I did not miss. But
She really said that is so crazy.
Living is awful.
Have you thought about?
Welcome back.
I'm so sorry. I've just got a curious mind about this, and I've letting these questions just tumble out of my mouth. Have you thought about what the aging process is going to look like for you here on out?
Darling, why are you
Don't know.
bothering her?
I'm curious. This is an unusual circumstance, Christine.
You don't say. It sure is, my love.
Perhaps I'll just age from here, and like maybe my life is on pause for those years.
Maybe.
I mean, that would be the best case scenario.
I feel like that's the best case scenario, and that's what I'm going to assume is going to happen.
Okay, good for you.
Also, check if you bleed paint.
I definitely do not bleed paint.
Well, how do you know? No offense, I'm not gonna figure it out for you, but
Lorgar opens his mouth, reminding everyone that he has probably twice as many teeth as all of you.
Lorgar, calm
Are
down.
you asking me to? I can. She reaches into
No,
under
no.
her dress and
If you know,
pulls out a very nice looking dagger. And she's like, I just assumed
We're being
she
attacked.
Yeah, see blood, and she's just holding up her hand, and just blood is dripping. Oh, blood, and then promptly faints.
Oh,
Oh, sweet girl. Alec is not gonna like that. We're just gonna tell him she's dehydrated.
Oh, Alex was watching this. It's like he straight up looks at you, honey, and says, "Oh, fair warning, she
dehydrated.
doesn't. Fair warning, she doesn't do well at the sight of blood, honey."
It's not fair
Oh, I
warning
was-
if you say it after the fact, Alec.
That's
Yeah, it's
That's
unfair.
an unfair warning.
That's like saying
And
after
also, when
someone
was the
gets
last
whacked,
time she had a
dodge.
glass of water? How do you
About
know? it's
15
the
minutes
blood?
ago.
Oh, well.
Oh, good job.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, she drinks water. She doesn't drink anything but water. It's honestly one of the weirder things about her.
Is it weirder than the
paint.
not blinking thing?
The not blinking thing is new, and I didn't notice that
Yeah, that's
until you
new.
pointed it out.
It's gonna bother you now.
Wouldn't you notice that about the woman you
Oh,
love?
and now I'll blame you, Miss Honey Madeline.
Oh, good.
Well, good. You have to be the one to teach her how to blink again. Along
Which
with other
I
things.
guess will involve a lot of staring deeply into her eyes.
Oh,
I'm just over here. I pull out a
Lord.
fan.
Are
I'm like
you
fanning her a little
quite
bit.
the
All
woman?
right, Valrain.
She like, oh, I'm sorry. What was I? Oh, right.
Don't
and
look
then
at your hand.
passes out again.
Oh, sweet.
Oh! All right, so I'm gonna
Lord,
get her
do you
some
have
of
a
those.
bandage or something?
Yeah. Like speaking as the medic of the unit, I do have to ask: do you have like a history of anemia? Are you like a little thin-blooded? Do you have trouble wounds clotting?
Awesome.
She's passed out right now, Logos. So allow me
Oh.
to
Alright, well,
answer.
I'm
What
gonna
a
take. I'm gonna
queen.
like check her
family-
like, blood
her
pressure,
family
do the
does-
counting thing.
Her family does have a bit of a malady about them, but I believe that she's exempt from it.
Well,
All right.
that.
What?
Hmm?
Hmm.
My
Huh?
understanding
What?
is that her family has some sort
Quoi?
of bloodline malady, but she told me that
Malady?
malady.
Malady?
Malady.
Malady.
Yes. Some sort of bloodline malady that she is not privy to. She has not gotten it.
Meowlity.
Good to know. Good to know.
Matt.
Hmm. Yes.
Your face is so good. All right.
Every
Anyway.
day it's a struggle.
Anyway. Congratulations.
Yes, I'm happy
What's
to
next?
have her back. Head back to town, have you all deal with Candor. Let me know when it's safe to go back in the town. I guess I'll hang out in Lorgar's cave.
No.
Whoa. You want to maybe ask first?
Now,
For
hold
one
on.
Honey just cackles out loud. And she's like, "Oh, honey."
All right. One, no. Two, I would not even recommend that. I have made agreements with several dangerous animals that live in that cave, and that agreement does not extend to you, sir.
Looks
So,
you dead
unless
in-
you want to wake
he
up
looks
with
you- he
scorpions
looks you-
crawling into your mouth.
He looks you dead in the eyes, Lorgar, and says, 15 gold a day work for you?
Wow.
Clearly it does.
I
Oh
know how I do
my.
know somewhat
You know
what
what?
makes Lorgar
You know
tick
what?
nowadays.
Just to prove y'all wrong, I'm gonna say no, and you're better off staying somewhere else, probably.
20 gold then?
Lorgar's scales pale slightly.
Lorgar is not
honey
immune to
stands behind
capitalism.
Lorgar and goes,
No, I can see you, Honey Madeline. I have
"You
eyes
can't see
slightly
me.
on.
You've got predatory eyes. They're in the front of your skull."
And lizard eyes. You said
That
so
feels-
earlier.
Rather racially charged.
Oh,
I just,
me?
all of you. You leave
just-
my friend Lorgar alone.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say.
Now, well, if the two of you need the cave,
Keep,
I beg your pardon.
what? What?
No,
Wow.
say it again. Say it with your whole chest.
Interesting.
Come on. Say it again.
Well, the two
Say
of
it
you
again.
need-
Say it again.
Well, if the two of you need the
Beat his
cave,
ass. Beat his ass, Christine.
Oh, I will.
Have I mentioned yet that I've learned how to cast Fireball?
Oh, you hadn't. Congratulations. Anyway,
Anyway,
so I guess we just need to start heading back then. So, what are we planning on doing about Balti?
cuts to Balti swinging from trees, going ah da 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 da.
I
There's
want
Still
to
leaving
know.
over there?
Please
Not this
tell
little
me.
fuck.
Because I think he's probably going to be having a good time, but his granny is
Probably
Well,
has a heart attack.
Here's the thought. The swamp is a lot, in a way, nicer than living out in the desert and everything. There's a lot more plants and animals. It's easier to get food. What if we sent his grandma to live with him in the swamp? Then he never has to come back at all.
Let's send Balti's grandma upstate to live in a nice swamp.
God damn it.
It is a nice swamp. I mean, it
Oh,
has
no.
lizard folk in it who don't keep
With
good
all
enough
the-
care of it, but
With all the puppy dogs.
well,
She's gonna live in a nice swamp.
With all the lizard folk.
With all
Ain't
the
nothing gonna go wrong
lizard
for her. Everything will be solved
Over.
and everything will be fine.
over the Rainbow
I mean,
Bridge.
the humidity will be good for her.
It'll be
I
something.
mean,
I mean,
I don't
that's
know.
basically Florida, what we're describing.
oh God, we are sending her to her death.
Florida,
Yes, we can talk
otherwise
to her when we
described
get
by one of
there.
my closest
Death?
friends as the penis of the United States.
Ugh.
Your friend's
I've
not
watched
wrong.
an
I feel that's unfair to the penis. The penis is a useful thing. It's necessary
Is
for
it?
many functions. You have to go to the bathroom.
I don't need a penis for that.
All right, and moving
Half,
on.
well, not half, but slightly less than half the population does, McKenna.
Bully to them.
Bully to them. That is so
You
crazy
hear that here
for
first,
them.
folks.
Well, okay, so it sounds like we're leaving Balti in the swamp for now. We'll go back for once we hear from his grandma. Maybe she is down for some swamp living, and maybe
He's at
she's
swamp
not.
camp.
Dee Dee says, yeah, she can watch over my house.
I mean, that's true. She can just squat there.
For how long?
Long enough.
Wouldn't that hurt her legs?
Oh,
But
Twitty. Twitty Mitty, what are we gonna do with you?
someone drop a drum set? What?
Off a cliff.
Lord.
And we're moving. We have horses, you two.
Anyway,
Oh, I have a horse. Alec takes a potion out and pours it over their homunculus, and the clay starts to like grow and expand, and now it's a horse.
That's cool.
Look at this horse.
Damn.
This horse is amazing.
Amazing.
Give it a lick.
Give it a lick. It tastes like
oh,
raisins.
it tastes just like raisins.
It'd be more like
That's dirty.
it'd be more like you know how like a Twinkie
What?
smells.
No.
How a what smells?
I'm
Twinkie.
no, I'm going to leave it alone.
Like
I
No.
don't think I've actually ever had a Twinkie.
A who?
You're not missing out.
No, it looks. I mean, if what is it?
just like that sort of,
Zombieland
like,
has taught me
heavily-
anything.
Heavily
They're more
preserved
resilient
by
than anything.
sugar smell is what the homunculus horse.
It smells like sugar.
Yeah.
Specifically the horse and not the
How
actual
is Lorgar
homunculus?
reacting to this homunculus animal? How is that going for Lorgar?
It has
I'm
like
getting
6
even
eyes.
paler. I'm starting to look a little bit like an albino crocodile.
Did you say
Okay.
6 eyes?
Yeah.
Is this a biblically accurate homunculus horse?
Be not afraid.
Homunculus.
Horse munculus.
Horse
Homunculus.
homunculus.
Equest homunculus. No.
Well,
He's
I'm
a-
glad you have your weirdly sweet-smelling horse, Alec.
I'm not.
How many
Well-
sugar cubes did you feed that thing?
Would that be
Not
cannibalism?
We're
No.
gonna take our metal horses that Lorgar loves so much, and we're gonna ride on ahead of you.
His favorite.
You are all able to get back to town safely. Alec.
Oh, that was quick.
I'm just going to hand wave the travel time for this.
Very
Also,
neat.
Alec, do us a favor and don't tell us where you're going. If he does pop that zone of truth, I don't want to tell him anything.
Oh, all
We
right.
can't lie about what we
Um,
don't know.
Can one of you magically send me some sort of message when it's safe for me to head back to town?
Sure can't.
You know what? I'll just check with you every like day or so, if that's okay.
That works.
All right.
Sounds good.
Also, stay away from the cave.
Yes, I will not go into your cave, Lorgar.
Get out my cave.
I'm just saying it's
Aw.
dangerous. It's dangerous in there. Every time I leave, I turn on booby traps.
Okay.
Not a word, any of
Hey,
you.
Lord.
Is he lying?
No,
Is he
it's
lying?
Do you want to do an
No.
insight check?
No, you need to make a deception check.
You need to leave.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a. Can I roll without anyone seeing?
Roll
Actually,
a
no.
dice on your desk.
You can hit the roll the GM.
Is deception charisma?
Yes.
Yup.
Anyway,
So I'm just gonna roll a dice. I'm not gonna add the thing to it. All right, so I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm adding to this, but
It's not over my deception DC. I can tell you that right now.
yeah, no. I'll just tell you, I have a 0 in deception.
yeah, I bet you do.
Lorgar has not spent enough time around people who weren't his mother to learn how to lie to other people,
Real.
Oof.
Oh.
because he wouldn't have dreamed of lying to her.
I know,
Oh,
isn't that ironic?
L-A-B-O-Y, mama's boy.
Twitty specifically learned how to lie from their mother.
We're mirror, or what's the phrase where you're like the opposite of a character?
foils.
We're foils.
A foil. That's it. Thank you. God, how can I not remember that? I spent so much time on goddamn TV tropes.
So you tell me, is Lorgar lying?
Lorgar is lying through his many teeth.
His
Yeah.
many teeth.
I mean, he's not
Sure.
lying about his intent to keep people out of the cave. He really doesn't want people to go in the cave, but he does not set up traps when he leaves.
No, he doesn't want to expend the energy for booby traps. It's a lot of work to undo at the end of the day.
It is. There are probably animals in there, though, dangerous animals, though. Because he makes no effort to get them out, so,
He just hangs out with them.
yeah. He's like, hey, he talks to a scorpion, hey, Jim, how's the kids? Belligerent
Yeah.
and numerous.
You know,
Jim.
you know what, Lorgar? That babysitting you did for me last week, it came in clutch.
Okay,
That's
that's actually pretty
funny.
funny.
a clutch.
I mean, I was a little skeptical about the whole idea because I always thought scorpions carry all their young around on their back, but yeah, it worked out all right. We watched a
All right,
movie,
so-
had some chips.
We're going into town.
Yes.
We're going to try and find Candor.
Cander's
We're gonna
very easy
tell
to
him.
find.
The truth and see how he responds to that.
All right.
It'll be entertaining either way, I suppose.
To be fair, things may have changed in our absence.
Oh yeah, there was that whole.
He could have been
carnival.
reassigned to the roof of the world, or wherever that frozen place is called.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call that? The North Pole equivalent in this world. I just call it the roof of the world because that's descriptive.
There is no North Pole equivalent in this world.
What's at the top of the globe?
People don't know.
I
Oh,
swear
well.
to God, if this world is flat, Will.
No, it is in fact a cube.
World is Cube. The new Hatsune Miku song.
So
Are
we're
not-
walking into town.
Yeah.
All worlds are not flat.
Uh-oh.
What are we seeing? Is there anything new?
Well, I think the first thing that catches everyone's eye
Oh god, the entire city is now a circus. It's spreading.
is the fact that Sim is just sitting in the middle of the road with their legs crossed.
The
Good for him.
deputy?
Yeah, just
So
Sim is
directionless
just
without
sitting
Christine.
in the middle of the
Oh.
road with their legs crossed.
Did you tell them you were leaving, Sheriff?
Yeah.
Of course we did. That was
Okay.
part of the discussion.
Did you
Okay,
tell
good.
him to stay put?
Stay.
Listen,
Slim, sweetheart.
Yeah,
What
honey.
are you doing sitting in the
Oh,
middle
they're
of the
alive.
road?
You know, sometimes you just want to sit down and you don't want to get up.
No.
damn. I
Yes,
felt
but
that.
then your mother yells at you.
She does.
Mark, are we?
Looks at Christine. Looks back at the ground. Listen,
Well, I'm not.
What did you do?
I
Yells
didn't
with her
do
eyes.
anything.
What happened?
I don't have a desk.
Why don't you have a desk?
Candor took mine.
Oh no.
That
Ooh.
son of a bitch.
And I said, it's my desk. And he said, well, it's my desk now. Use Christine's. And it's like, do you want me to fucking die?
Wait, so Candor's not
smart
using
man.
the sheriff's desk?
No, Candor's using my desk. He
you're
respects
probably scared of
Christine.
Christine.
He respects Christine too much to weasel in on her stuff. But you're nothing but a bottom feeder, Sim. Were his exact words.
God damn. What an asshole.
He's not wrong.
Fuck you,
I know, but
Twitty.
you don't say it, Twitty.
I won't
I
have
didn't
any
say
comments
anything
about
out
that.
loud.
All right. Well, then to the sheriff's office, I suppose. We've got a desk parasite to evict.
I hear they make a cream for that.
Oh.
Ew.
Sim just stands up. I'm going to the bar, and walks into the tavern.
What time of day is it?
Aren't you
Son of
on
a bitch.
duty?
Looks at Christine.
That's
I'm
fair.
sure there's duty to be done at the bar. Cut him some slack.
Like Honey said,
Is he going to
man's
find this
lost his
duty at the
desk,
bottom
and you
of a
know
bottle?
what? I can sympathize with that.
Listen, Candor and I weren't going to see eye to eye the second that bastard walked into town, so...
And you know why I hired you in the first place forever ago?
Because I was
'Cause
the
you're
only
smart
one who
enough to see that.
volunteered. Yeah,
You
fair
may
enough.
not be brilliant, but you're smart enough to see that.
Listen, I am of average intelligence.
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm going to start heading towards the sheriff's office.
And when you all arrive, the light is on. Candor, you can see, is sitting in Sim's desk, basically doing some paperwork. And chained to the wall is a older gentleman.
Kinky?
No. I mean, if Abby was here, she'd be saying, "Oh," because it is.
Oh my!
It is in fact Richard Kane White, who is chained to a
Oh.
wall. The
Oh
bandit.
my.
Oh, the Bandit King.
Yes.
Pinkish.
Kink adjacent.
He is
It is.
currently
I roll to
knocked.
shame.
He is currently knocked out. He has some sort of like gag and muzzle on,
Jesus.
and he
Pinky.
looks like he's been like proper roughed up by Candor.
We might
I
need to
mean-
kill Candor.
I mean, does he have a shirt on?
It's like unbuttoned, like 3 buttons. It's very disheveled.
I hate all of you.
Oh my.
Dorsuke who?
I mean, Bandit King with like shirt undone slightly.
Golly.
Ah, Sheriff, you're back. Good. How was your little trip to the swamps?
My business was fine, thank you.
That's
I
good
hear
to
you've taken some desks away.
Yeah, I needed to play Spot to do the paperwork. I figured you wouldn't mind if I kicked Sim from their desks for the week.
Sheriff, tell them
Oh.
we saved the town in the swamp from evil bugs.
She turns to Lorgar.
I'll be quiet.
hmm I guess I can respect it if you're getting work done.
Yeah, have a little bit of paperwork to do. Have to finish finalizing bounties on things. You know, that old chestnut.
Well, at least there's a reason for it. Anyway, how long do you think it's going to take you to finish up this work of yours?
Well, I got one of them. You actually managed to get your hands on a couple of them too. Points to the cell. They're lightweight, so they're not worth that much. But I'll cut y'all in on that one. It should be giving you all as a group about 40 gold pieces to split for them.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Town safe, just by the way.
Yeah, that's good. Not my town to take care of.
Yeah,
Sorry, did you
I
say
know
we
it
were
ain't.
getting 40 gold pieces?
Well, each
Who's
of you
we?
should be.
Okay.
Assuming you
Did we
helped
already do
bring
that?
in those criminals.
Sorry, just checking. Is this new gold added to our
No,
inventory?
these are from the criminals that y'all caught when they were raiding the town.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the ones that are staying. Some of them are actually wanted, and Candor's basically
Well,
started the
I'm just-
paperwork to extradite
I'm
them.
asking you, DM, is this like, are we being told now that we're
Yeah,
getting just
you're being told now you're going to get more money.
delightful?
I love money.
But yeah,
Sorry, one more point of clarification. $40 to split between us or $40 each?
40
gold
to
each.
split between you all. So it's
Gotcha.
Now
it's
what
not
a
much.
dollars.
Boo.
It's not that much, but it's a little bit. They're not really worth that much. Look at them. That one ain't got all his teeth.
Hmm.
Who does these days?
So you ready to go hunt Alec Wimble down?
Funny
I suppose
story
I could be
about that.
persuaded.
About that.
We sort of ran into him on our way back.
Oh, you got him? Perfect. Dead? Live?
So crazy thing about that. You know who's also not dead but alive?
I tap Honey with the tip of my tail and give her guidance for whatever's about to happen.
I'm just telling the
Nice.
truth. There's no roles to be had here.
Yeah, you might need to
Oh,
convince him though.
All of you, their homunculus pet. I don't know, you and Christine's mom.
His supposedly murdered wife.
What was that last thing you said?
Hush it. We're not getting into that right now.
I'm sorry. She's alive.
Super duper heart beating. She's a little rough on the blinking, but she's alive.
She is a little rough on the blinking. That is true.
She's
So-
learning.
She's been alive this entire time.
Yep,
Sort
she just
of.
didn't want to go back to that
Yeah.
asshole and
So
close
fuck, does
mentally.
this make this kidnapping now?
Also, sort of.
No,
Not
sir.
if
She
it's
went
willing.
willingly.
I
Or
mean,
yes,
I couldn't
but
see.
no.
I couldn't see anyone defying the counselors. So there must be maybe Alex put some alchemical stuff into her drink and made her more compliant to him.
Sir,
You know,
Right.
people do funny, stupid things for love.
Do
Yeah,
they?
but no one would pass up the counselor for Alec.
Sir, has it ever occurred to you that someone may not want a partner that has total and complete control over them? That might be what you're into.
I mean,
And others.
the counselor's a very good, honest person. They're wonderful. They're rich. They're powerful. I don't know why anyone would ever want to leave them. It just
Because they
seems
don't love them,
unbelievable.
Alec.
How
Is
could
he
you
a
not love that?
sociopath?
They don't love him, Candor. You ever been in love? Really been in love?
Yes.
Is it with
She's-
the councilman?
No.
Are you sure?
You sure?
Yes.
Because you sound like you really like
I
him.
have a certain level of respect for them. They are my better.
Oh, Candor,
Oh.
sweetheart.
Better have.
Is there a glass of Kool-Aid on his desk, perhaps?
There's not.
Oh,
I mean,
my
Flavor
heart.
Aid.
You
They're
sure
they're
are
a member
something,
of the
Candor.
council. They are one of the ruling folks of this entire nation. It'd be like, it'd be like going up against a judge. Like, you wouldn't do that.
I mean, you might if the judge was out of line.
But this one can't be out of line. He's the one in power.
Oh, sweetheart. People are people,
Like,
no matter what their title
he's,
is.
He's doing everything for the best of the world. And listen, he wanted, well, I guess they wanted Valrain for themselves. They can have her.
That's not how human beings
Everyone
work.
make me a perception check.
Oh, that's
Damn.
only a 13. You know
Oh,
what?
Lord
I have a
God.
hero point.
Rough night to notice things.
2023.
Okay, I'll take a 25.
Nice,
Honey,
25. Let's go.
Anytime anyone says anything negative about the counselor, Candor's eyes glaze over for a second.
Ow.
Oh, shit.
He's under a geas.
Oh, not
They've
the
done
code
something
gears.
funky to your head, ain't they?
What the hell are you talking about, honey? Listen, do y'all want your gold or not? Where is Alec?
I'm taking the gold. No fucking clue. He doesn't want anything to do with you because he doesn't trust you.
I'll zone the truth to your ass if I have to.
Do it.
Do it.
I have more authority here than your sister does.
That's fine.
I beg
Did
your
it just
pardon.
get colder
Not
in
in
here?
this town.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, legal lore!
Let's
Oh,
go,
oh, legal
Christine!
lore is being used!
Christine,
Yes!
you do actually know that technically speaking, as a ranger of the League of Amazing Adventurers, he does outrank you law-wise.
But does he know that I
However-
don't care?
I'm certain that has not crossed Cander's mind.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, certain things
technically-
possibly can't cross his mind.
Yeah.
the best,
right?
the most like equivalent I can create for an American is that Candor is a state trooper and you're like a local PD.
And yet, he's in my
Gross.
town.
It's all gross.
It's
mean,
all
there's-
gross. Very real. Very that.
All of it.
I'm
all
not
of it.
saying this in
Gross.
character, but there's not a whole lot of witnesses in this room.
Exactly.
Christine's thinking that in character.
Fireball.
Christine's doing the don't try that in a small town kind of attitude.
Y'all are losing it here.
So
Give me
It's so
Alec.
real.
We can move on with our business. I can take him back. He can get justice. If Lady Valrain is alive, she can get back to the counselor where she belongs.
she doesn't belong with him. People don't belong to each other. That's not how this works.
Why would anyone not want to be with them?
She's not owned.
Well,
Because
no,
she
they're
doesn't.
together. They're married. They're to be wedded.
They're
To
not
be-
married.
They're not married.
To be wedded.
She's already married.
This
That's
is becoming
true.
very dramatic.
Yeah, no, she never got married to Alec. They broke up because she was going to be with the counselor. Alec killed her out of crime of passion, ran away from
Except
here.
for she's not dead, and that's where your story falls apart.
No, but
And
that
she
is what
has his
that's
last
what I was
name.
told by the League and the counselor.
and you
you
were lied
don't
to.
think for a second that the League of Amazing Adventurers is capable of spinning what's that nice word? A narrative?
A
I
tale.
bet they
A
keep people
fib.
in dungeons sometimes.
Perhaps for years on end.
In
They
the
would-
dark.
they
and
would
ask them
never-
questions.
They would never do that except for that one time.
Except for that one interest in that there was even that one time period.
It was during a world war, apparently, and don't ask me, I wasn't around for it.
That is so interesting.
I just want to lean over to Christine, and whether or not he sees it, I don't care. And she just points out that, like, watch his eyes glaze over anytime someone says something negative about the council. There's something screwy and magic nonsense going on here.
Try saying the counselor's mustache is terrible.
The counselor's mustache is terrible.
They don't have a
Just
mustache. Their
That's
Do
why
their
it's
eyes do.
terrible.
Their eyes do fully glaze over, Christine.
Aha!
We have-
The counselor is a paragon of honesty,
Oh, boy.
justice, and societal living.
My
Well-
heart, I think you need to be inspected.
A
Yes.
doctor?
in Honey's life of experience, it is not unlikely that she would have come across some sort of mind control of this nature.
Well, of
Would
this
I have-
specific nature, probably not, but of mind control in general, yes.
Would I have any understanding of how to break such a curse?
You can make me.
And what would I have to
a-
roll?
I would say an arcana or occultism.
They are the same for me. Both are bad. I'm gonna roll anyway.
Well, oh my god!
Oh,
You're
you
lying!
got
Never
20.
mind.
What the fuck?
Miss Honey Madeline, you know very well how to deal with magic that has taken control of people's visions.
Oh
That
my
has
god.
taken control of someone's worldview and break it.
Hmm.
Because if you didn't know how to do that, well, Christine probably wouldn't be here with you now.
Oh, shit.
The lore drop.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
It's pretty simple. One of a couple of things need to happen. You can either attempt to break the spell by overpowering it with other types of magic. A dispel magic might work. Some sort of counter charm. It really is dealer's choice on ways to deal with magic. Sometimes a stiff hit to the head is enough, but with something like this, it seems like it's probably pretty deeply ingrained.
I should mention I do have that ritual that Will gave me, the reincarnation one. If we kill them and I reincarnate them, they'll be free of any magic. They may also be a dog, but
Does anyone
I-
have
Aren't they
detect
already a dog
magic?
now?
They're
You know what
fake.
you know what I do have? And actually I'm gonna send this to Will specifically because it's
Mhm.
character lore related. Shit. Now I have to do this in Zoom. There we go.
You do, yeah. I'd let you use it.
Oh, that's really hard.
Christine. Hold on, McKenna, I'm gonna DM you something in Zoom.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! It's going
Yes.
down in the Zoom DMs.
I'm just saying my fireball fingers are very itchy.
Honey just looks at you.
Christine's eyes start to glow a very interesting color, and I want everyone except for Honey to make a perception check.
Rolled a 7.
A
A 7.
29.
Oh, Lorgar, you
Boring.
noticed this. Okay.
But do I
gonna
care?
Re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll it. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, oh!
Actually,
Witty, you are so fascinated by how stupid this man is.
Twitty, it's in this moment you realize Christine's got a really fat ass.
so... You think Twitty didn't already notice that?
That's
Yeah,
what
but
you-
you're
Now,
especially
now.
distracted by
That's
her
what
now.
she's-
massive
justice.
spear.
Y'all.
What do I
She'll
notice?
you will notice that Christine's eyes become two separate colors. And she will say something very quietly. You will not be able to hear the somatic chant that she is doing. But she will whisper it into his ear. And I would like a will save, please.
For reasons that you do not understand, Candor will not be making this will save.
He's been fighting on the inside.
It's going to have a plus. It only has a +4 to this, so let's see what we get. It got a 6.
That's a natural 2 on the die face.
That's crazy. So Christine has just cast Warp Mind. Candor is confused permanently.
You lobotomized Candor.
However, what this also
no.
does is make him immune to other like outside magic effects for at least 10 minutes.
Candor starts kind of
Really?
babbling a bit. And Christine, as you just finished whispering this word into his ear, something jumps out onto you.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh, the mind control had a physical component.
It's like a long centipede type of earwig.
Oh no, it's a giant conspiracy.
Reflex
And it
save
just
to like avoid
jumps.
it.
You can get out of the way. It just jumps towards Christine. Honey, do you want to
Stop
shoot?
on it, stop on it, stop on
Honey,
it!
shoot it!
It's like spinning around, and you.
She lights up this sheriff station.
I have a question, Will.
Yeah.
For the technical details of the spell Bone Shaker, does a
Yeah.
carapace count as bones?
Yes.
Wow.
Because remember, I can jerk things around with the Bone Shaker spell.
Can we roll initiative order? I want to see if I
Okay.
can bottle it before people
Oh.
kill it.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
go
funny.
for it.
Okay.
Go
I'm
for
so
it.
down.
It is. It's like a 6-inch long earwig.
Twitty gets it!
ever-
give me that thing in a fucking bottle.
If
They
you've
still
ever
need to
seen-
succeed on the check to bottle it.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Oh my
Uh,
god. Okay.
Twitty, this would be a I would say thievery check.
Thievery check.
Yeah.
Does the
thievery
initiative
check.
tracker look weird to anyone else?
Not really.
No?
Oh.
No, they
No?
updated its look though, so it is
Oh.
different.
Oh,
It's like
it
the-
looks like slightly compressed, but not
Uh,
really.
Twitty, you
I
managed to
did
scoop up this
26.
earwig into a glass vial,
Bling.
and it's like just like, and then it dies.
While
Oh.
Twitty is doing that, Christine lowers the brim of her hat and just waits for the effect to dissipate.
Honey is still emptying the clip into the floorboards.
Reasonable. A very reasonable reaction. Light work, no reaction.
Light work, no
Night
reaction.
work, no reaction. That's okay.
So how is Candor doing now? Now that I've emptied the full chamber of both of my guns.
Yeah, they look a little bit out of it. They're kind of like blinking a bit, and they're like,
I feel the need to clarify. Where did this centipede leap from?
his ear.
His ear, no?
His butt.
His booty. hello.
Sorry, amongst all the horrific things, I couldn't hear what Will actually said.
His ear.
Okay, I'm gonna take Candor by the shoulders and gently push him into a chair and just do a medical check of his ear.
So
Do I see any brains leaking out?
there's no brain leaking out, but
Do I need a medicine check?
you can see that there's definitely signs that that bug was in there for a long time.
Ooh. Really don't want to think about that too much.
Yeah.
Also,
what in the Baldur's Gate is going
Wow.
on here?
while it seems I am preoccupied
eye.
with examining this guy's ear well, I would just like to contemplate how similar it looked to the one that's currently, partially embedded in my arm.
Not the same, but definitely similar species. It is
Okay.
the thing that is in the bottle right now is an earwig. It is just like a larger earwig.
So not like centipede.
Not centipedial, not like centipede, but it is a subtype of centipede. It's an
Yeah,
earwig. Yeah.
How much do you want to
Centipede
bet
is a
that the
sub.
counselor is just a bunch of bugs in a trench coat? Just
Or-
a bunch of bugs in a skin suit.
I
How
feel like
much
I've
do you
seen this
want to
Star
bet?
Trek episode.
100
It's-
gold.
I'm not actually gonna bet because I think that's what's happening.
Also,
Oh, God.
Then
Does
what
this
do you
mean we're
have to
gonna have-
lose?
Because
Are
I
we
want to
gonna-
What do you
see.
have to lose?
Just
Are we-
just a very quick thing before I forget, because I did forget to mention it in the actual RP that just happened. Twitty, because you are so innately in tune with the occult, I will let you decide whether or not you know what just happened to Candor.
Would he stay silent?
Okay.
Ooh.
We are very much the
party
the secrets campaign.
But Honey says that so that Candor can hear her saying that his favorite little councilman is just a bunch of bugs in a suit. How does Candor respond?
Candor
Candor's
aware
still
of it.
kind of in shock. Like they're still in shock at this point.
Is there a cot in your office, Sheriff? Or the sheriff's station? I don't know what.
I can get one in there.
I think
he's-
Candor might be good to lie down.
He's gonna be different from now on.
Forever?
I actually don't know. Can that be dispelled, Will?
It can
Or
be.
is he permanently okay? Got it.
It can be restored with spells. There are spells that will restore him.
He is.
Oh God!
Not
It
as long
does
as
say
he's
which
in
ones
this town.
can. They're all pretty high level.
Yeah, this is also the status that he is in permanently right now. So
You attack wildly.
I was not expecting him to crit fail.
Confused permanently. You really did. Well,
It's also still up to GM discretion how this character acts because it's within like story boundaries. But
Yeah.
Quick, knock him out.
Uh,
Oh, to be fair, restoration can fix him. So
Oh,
eventually
okay.
I'll be able to do that because I can do like actually no, I have restoration right now.
Should we keep him locked up until then?
I wouldn't mind.
Let's do it.
what the hell is happening?
You had a worm in your brain that made you like the taste of boots.
Um,
Real.
Happens
It's
to the
funny
best of
because it's
us.
true.
Depending on the particular habits of the council member, that might be literal.
Mm.
Yum yum yum. Leather is so
Bug.
tasty.
Now, honey, in the back of your mind, there is a
No,
small
I'm staying.
realization as well that Rosinda dated the council person.
Ah, fuck. We might gotta do this to Rescinda too.
She got bugs
Um,
too.
She may not have bugs, but you know, finding out that your ex is a bunch of bugs in a skin suit.
She had good
I mean, we don't
instincts.
know that for sure. That is just a working theory.
That's a working
Just
theory.
been confirmed.
Bug suit confirmed. Bug
He could
suit
also
confirmed.
just be a bug with magic. I heard you guys had an
Yeah.
encounter with like a weird guy on a train or something.
Also
Oh,
bugs.
yeah. So,
Which was
Candor.
hilarious to me.
It's always bugs.
Bugs.
you've
Um,
had someone controlling your mind to make you more likely to do what they say and praise them no matter what
Yeah.
heinous nonsense they get up to.
I'm realizing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Not great.
You need some
Not-
water?
Not.
Oh,
All right,
he's
great.
deactivated.
No,
Do you
he's
guys want me to
broken.
to do restoration on him, or do we need to take advantage of this right now? I feel it's bad, so you're just saying that.
Put him in a
No,
cell.
I personally really like the fact that this is where he's at right now, considering he said that he was in a higher position than me. But, you know, that's neither
Here,
here nor there.
I'm gonna say he's had a lot of magic directed at him for one day. Let's just leave him. Let's just let him percolate a little bit before hitting him with
What's
another.
What's a little bit more if he's been hit with that much?
I again pull everyone into sort of a huddle so Candor can't hear.
Candor like starts to walk over to join the huddle.
No, sweetheart. You just lie down on the cot.
No,
You've had a
Candor, here.
long
I
day.
take out a cool-looking
Candor.
rock I found in the desert. Play with
Oh.
this.
Oh,
Is he our new
raw.
Darla? He's our new
Oh.
Rock.
I'm not blowing this one up with a fireball.
Oh.
Oh, what about a flaming sphere?
Oh.
We'll talk. I feel bad possibly taking advantage of this particular situation, but whatever you did, Sheriff, is this the time where we would want to perhaps extract some information?
Well, of course it is.
Information gathering is one of my favorite hobbies.
Well, what do you
What
want
should we try to find out?
Ask away.
Anything about the councilman we can get
I
from
mean,
him.
that considering we now have a very real possibility that at least one council member has been compromised by what I'm going to go out on a limb here and is assume another servant of Rovagug or what have you. So if we are concerned about being proactive in the face of this many-limbed threat, and Lorgar seems visibly disgusted to be saying this, we may need to visit the city.
Oops, all bugs.
Bugs all the way
Yeah.
down.
Well, I think it would be good just to know more about this councilman before we go anywhere at all. And her sweetheart.
Oh boy.
Yes, Miss Honey Christine.
Oh boy.
Honey's just fine. I'd really appreciate it if you could tell me what you know about the counselor.
Um,
It's okay if you need to take your time, sweetheart. I got nowhere else to be today.
they were a judge before they were the counselor.
Yes, sir.
Um, put a lot of people behind bars, sent a lot of people to work camps. Was the one responsible for how the drab are dealt with. They came up with the idea.
And what was that idea exactly?
Banish them.
They get chained to the scales of Abadar.
Wow, great. So
Do I know what the
very,
scales of
very
Abadar are?
kind.
It is the elevator. It is the two elevators that go up the seawall in Corvangeline.
So they just get chained to an elevator and go up and down and up and down.
They get chained to the mechanism to make it work.
Slave labor.
No, I think it's more of a drawn and quarters situation, is it not?
Column A, column B, depending on which way the elevator's going.
Gotcha.
And
people were just okay with this?
People don't find out about it.
I bet they don't.
So, members of the Drab are currently being enslaved and killed in Corvangeline as we speak.
Currently, and most of it's already happened. Not many of them are left, just any points over. The ones that made it all the way out here and the ones that made it out into the burn brush plains.
Is there any evidence of this? This is deeply inhumane.
And nothing that regular folks can get access to.
Well, we're not regular folks, though, now are we?
I was helping the one I brought to the city with me to kind of break it, but...
What one that you brought to the city?
The reporter.
Right.
I was helping him learn about it, but then we almost got caught one day. It was just the counselor, and I managed to talk him away. I thought I did. Guess I didn't.
What happened to the reporter?
I mean, he came here, got captured. You all rescued him, gave you your award, did your interview.
He's still in town?
I think he went back already.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah. Yeah.
What do you know about the counselor's relationship with Lucinda?
Spitfire. Don't talk about it around them. They didn't take the ending well.
Oh, I imagine not.
Don't like it when people aren't under their power.
I have a question.
Pathetic.
How is the counselor's relationship with their contemporaries, with their colleagues? Do
Thick as
they
thieves.
thick as thieves? They agree on a lot of things?
Yeah, the council's pretty well in unanimous order right now. Clean up the drab. Get the city ready for more folks to be living there. Keep people in the city if we can. Don't want population spreading out too much. It's too small right now. minus a couple expeditions that we've sent south, but usually once they pass Grom's watch, they don't get heard from again, so... Yeah. Yeah.
If the main goal is to keep people in the city, why send out expeditions in the first place?
Don't know. It's usually members of the League who don't openly oppose them, but there's a group of people in the League who think we need to get into contact with the other chapters again.
Oh, so it's not an expedition. It's a death sentence.
Guess
Sounds
so.
like it.
Someone's gotta deal with the bugs down south.
Lord.
I just assumed that it always happened to be them, but... Huh.
What a God's forsaken mess we're in.
Just saying, if people all lived solitary lives in the desert, they wouldn't get infiltrated by bugs.
Well, in a different way, maybe, Lorgar.
I mean,
Agreed.
Lorgar like shakes his cloak a little bit. A couple bugs probably fall out. Okay, yeah, you get a point there. Oh, hold on.
Lorgar.
What? They're high in protein.
Okay.
Tastes
Okay,
like chicken.
yeah.
What's a chicken?
What?
What?
Listen, I'm just happy Lorgar believes in lizards, and this isn't a Darius with cat situation again.
I mean,
Is
there's
there a way to contact the League outside of Corvangeline? I don't think they'd be too happy to hear about any of this.
No, the council has wards up to stop any message and magics from leaving.
Where are those wards?
They're in the council chambers.
Oh, good to know. They're all in one convenient place.
Hmm. I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing.
Our best.
So are we gonna leave Canada like this for a little bit, or we
I
got all
guess
we
we can
want?
do whatever you
mean-
want.
Wait, okay.
I mean,
what
I
if we
have.
have more questions that we didn't think about right now?
That's fair. Let's, I guess,
Okay.
sleep on it.
Yeah, sleep.
Actually, what
on
time
it.
of day is it? Like, when did we get into town?
Just before high noon.
It's
It's
high.
always high.
Suddenly, a bunch of bullets fly through the windows.
Oh!
Damn it! It's 11:15.
It's
Well,
a quarter
somebody
past
should
11.
keep an eye on him.
I mean, does anyone have any, like, brain teasers or anything we could keep him occupied? I feel so
With what
bad.
brain?
That's what I'm saying.
A little bit of drool coming down from his mouth.
Oh,
Oh, no.
boy.
There's not a whole lot of brain up there to tease, Lorgar.
I'm gonna. I hadn't thought of this actually. I'm gonna pat him on the back, very comforting like, and then I'm gonna root through his pockets.
Hmm.
I'm not looking for gold or anything. I'm not taking
Mhm.
advantage of a possibly lobotomized person to steal all his money, but
Why not?
I am looking through his pockets for anything interesting, but also I am actually looking to see if he has like a handkerchief because I'd like to give him a bib.
He does have like a hanky.
I'm
He
gonna
has,
give him a little.
glass
I'm gonna make a little bib for him so he doesn't drool all over his own shirt.
Fair enough. It's not like a lot of drool. It's just like a little bit. But yeah.
It accumulates by magnitude.
I'm feeling real tired, and then dunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dear heart.
Time for a nap. All right. Well, I'm gonna go head over to the print and press and see what's been going on with Sylvia. Be curious to see what her perspective is on all this.
Sure. When you arrive at Sylvia's shop and printing location, the door is locked.
Sylvia! Knock, knock.
There's no answer.
I walk around, look in the window, see if there are any lights on.
It's all dark.
Do I have a key to the place? I work there.
Yeah, you do.
Sick. I open the door.
Cool. You open the door. You're inside of a dark printing press room.
I turn on the lights.
The lights turn on, and on the ground
No!
is some paperwork.
No!
Bureaucracy, no!
No, that's worse.
Burn it all down.
But yeah, it's empty.
Check in the back for Sylvia?
Not there.
Any notes left around?
No notes left around. Nothing. Just some like hastily left open drawers that had like some clothing and stuff sticking out of them.
Was she living in here?
Yeah. This is her house
Huh.
too. That back office was like her home.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Bit brutal, innit?
Bit brutal. Well, shit, she didn't leave a note or nothing. And it's operating hours. Like it's a weird time of day for this place to be empty.
It's
am
a
I not?
very weird time of day for it to be empty. It's strange.
We wander town and ask if anyone knows anything?
Well, I will go over to my desk and see if there's anything been left there for me.
No.
No. Yeah, you know what? I think y'all see people, honey, like walk into the vending press and then walk out like, and just walk into the bar.
Miss Honey Madeline, what can I do for you today? Yucca's behind the bar.
Howdy there, Yucca. Y'all seen Sylvia anywhere?
Oh, yes. Here, honey. And he hands you like a little note. Sylvia needed to run to the ranch to collect Rosinda for a meeting. She should be back later today. By now, she left a few days ago, so
Alright.
have a drink.
I suppose I'll have some coffee. I could probably at least get a little work done.
Yucca goes and makes your usual coffee order.
Boozy or non-boozy coffee?
Non-boozy, we're working.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
No fun.
Dee Dee is pulled into a room by Maya.
What a pest. What a
favorite.
judgmental.
Yucca's a treant cosmic.
Yucca's great,
Yeah.
but
Just move slow.
Alright, well then I'm gonna go back, see if there are any letters for me to attend to. There's no new letters in the Discord, unfortunately.
I thought I would check. I was like, is there new letters in the Ask Miss Mads? No, there's not. People,
If only.
put stuff in, because that's what this content gets, that's what gets used for then. I will say that you answer a few letters and get stuff writing for a couple hours. And once like dinner time comes along, Rosinda and Sylvia get back into town. Rosinda has Amber with her, and it looks like Amber's been kind of kitted out a bit.
Good for her.
She has now gotten this like very nice bit like of like leather wrap armor, and you can see that like when she's like walking around, like her right arm that she was using like for her sword a lot, as she's like walking, is kind of like glowing slightly with arcane runes.
Ooh.
She sees you, kind of like waves. Sylvia sees you. Honey, can you?
Of course, of course.
Honey, I need you to collect Christine. If Lorgar's around, Lorgar, Twitty, everyone if you can.
Understood. Understood.
Thank you.
I go too. Sylvia typically doesn't ask me for that kind of favor, so I'm hot stepping it.
Yeah. Where is
Consider
everyone
everyone
else?
collected.
Where is everyone else? What is Twitty getting up to during the evening? What does Twitty do?
I trust that, like, it's nice to be back in town, and I would love to go check on the shop and everything, but I don't really trust Candor State to be left by themselves.
Fair.
So I think Tweety would probably turn to Christine and if there's anything you want to get done, I don't really trust this guy to be by himself.
Well, it's a good thing that we're in, you know, my business. So, if you want to check up on your shop, or I quite honestly can't recall like everything that you do, but
You know,
please
a few
feel free.
things here and there.
Sounds
But
about right.
I suppose quick in and out wouldn't hurt. I would go check it on the shop then.
Alright, so you can find Twitty at the shop. Honey, Lorgar, probably still with Christine, I assume.
Possibly.
I am sticking a little closer to town than I usually would do. I usually head back to my cave pretty quick, mostly because if we feel the need to, I want to be on hand to do a restoration on Candor.
Fair enough.
Take a gander.
Then in that case, everyone can be collected pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Sylvie has rented out basically like the meeting room at the inn, and there's like dinner is being set up by Yucca. Sylvie's just kind of sitting down there with Rosinda, and you can tell they're both nervous. There's something going on with them.
Well. Bugs got your tongue?
No, thankfully not. Rosinda received a letter that
We
I
just
went
got
to
a
deliver
letter.
for her. And, you know, honey, like you, I tend to have some journalistic tendencies. And, well, she puts a letter onto the table. It's addressed to Rosinda, and the seal is the seal of the council.
Ooh. When'd you get this?
A day ago, Sylvia says. I opened it up, and inside was, well... Dear Miss Rosinda Petra, it has come to our attention that the city you find yourself in, and city is in quotation marks, she looks at Honey, is in desperate need of law, an order brought by the loving hand of the council. We will be sending a administrator to the town, pending the report from the league member who is currently operating in the area. She just looks at all of you. I don't think I have to say that if council gets any power out here, it's not going to end well for any of us.
Well, then we need just for Candor to put his John Hancock on some letter saying that everything's fine, right?
Can he
I mean,
write
his
right now?
literacy is a little bit questionable right now, but that can be fixed.
He can sign something.
It sounds
could
like they're
certainly make
looking.
it happen.
It sounds like they're looking for a verbal report when he returns to the city.
Okay, so here's the situation. I break it down for
Amber is like sitting there, and you can tell she's trying not to like nervous like burst out into laughter the entire time. Listen, she's,
okay, girl, it's
she's
funny.
physically
It's funny.
She's physically uncomfortable. Sylvia is very much panicking right now. She is. Oh dear God. We did that to a member of the league. That is not going to end well for the town. That's not going to end well for any of you.
We didn't do anything wrong to him. We relieved him of a parasite that was rooting around in his brain.
This one.
And
Rat nasty.
Rosinda has been absent-mindedly like picking at her ear.
Oh,
Ooh.
How are you doing, sweetheart?
my love, derogatory.
I don't want to ask. I know I pay Amber for bodyguard services, but I do not want to pay her to look down my ear. And assure me there are no bugs in there. I know there's no bugs in there because fuck the council member.
You sure you
Oh,
don't want someone
okay.
to look?
If someone's willing to, I'd really appreciate it.
Lorgar.
sure.
Sorry, what? You want me
Can
to?
you sniff out some bugs for us?
Oh, not sniff.
Yeah, just stick your nose right in her ear and go.
Wouldn't that hurt?
Even I have limits.
Big guy like that.
I'm gonna do a quick medicine check.
Ouch.
Nope, I'm gonna use a hero point.
Mm.
Barely better.
There are no bugs in her ear.
You know,
That you
just
can see.
because we're probably gonna, if we were gonna fix Calder, we're gonna do it tomorrow. I'm just gonna give her a little restoration as well.
Ew.
Nothing happened.
Worst case scenario, it heals like something she's got going on right now.
Nothing particular happens.
All right.
Um,
You seem in decent health. Drink more water,
Bury that.
which I know is a little difficult living out in the wastelands, but it'll be good for you.
so it looks like we have a few problems then. Canda's current outlook and situation.
Which can be fixed.
The League wishing to send and the Council wishing to send someone to take control of the town, that needs to be put to a stop.
I agree.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of people here who would not be safe if the Council of Corvangeline is able to gain any power in this town. Rosinda just says plainly. I know a number of people here who came into hiding after the war, and I know that they would not be long for this world if the Council knew they were here.
Who specifically do we need to tell to gather some resources and stay in their basement for about a week or so? Alec, obviously.
Alec, Miss Woodrow was a medic for the Drab. She was ensuring people weren't getting killed.
That would be Balti's grandmother now.
Yes. The Grembletons, probably for the Grembles, probably for their own safety. Don't want them around anyone that can cause them trouble.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Myself, obvious reasons.
For not wanting to fuck the council man.
Oh boy.
And then
Gross.
Sylvie says, and we'll probably have to stop printing the paper while they're here too.
Or we
Technically,
just print drivel.
technically speaking, we shouldn't be
Human
printing
interest.
anything at all. We don't have a proper license out here for news.
We've been operating without a license, Sylvia.
There, you can't get the league, the counselors who give out the licenses, and they want to make sure they have strong control over the stories that get published.
Yeah, control, I guess, is the correct word.
I mean, I guess we could put something out aggrandizing the council,
Maybe.
just for the sake of having it being out and about. I think anyone that knows either of us is going to know it's a load of hooey, but
I think the big problem is if we send Candor back and they immediately notice that he doesn't have his worm, they're just gonna do it to him again and send somebody else.
So
I mean-
if we send him back, it's over. And if we keep him here, it's over.
What if you all go with him?
Ugh.
I mean, I had machinations to get myself into Corvangeline anyhow, so that's
No.
something
Well-
to add to the to-do list, I suppose.
Head to the
It's not like I
city,
haven't been before.
establish something, maybe convince the council, if you can, to give us more leeway out here. Make them think that we're not worth their time.
Yeah, about the council.
It might all be bugs.
It
Where do
might
you
only
think
be.
the swarm came from?
It
That
might
may
just
be
all
why they're
bugs.
interested in over here right now.
Sylvia kind of looks. I don't particularly know, but I do know that Sybil was looking into this, to this area's historical, to a number of historical sites in the area. She's based out of the city. You might be able to talk to her.
Sybil. Oh, yeah, the Buka girl. Yeah, I'm sure I could get information from her.
That's what you're good at.
Sorry. She's a sweet girl. I'm sure she'll be helpful. All right. Well, let's get those in need of evacuation somewhere safe. Speaking of which, Rosenda, why are you here? If you knew that letter was...
I wanted to start planning, to be honest with you, and I can't plan from the ranch. We're going to need to hide Amber. Technically speaking, I don't want any folks trying to get their hands on her.
Yeah, interplanar immigration is probably frowned upon by the council.
They don't want anyone
think
coming
about
from
that.
outside of the continent.
A lot of people are. The council is probably frowns on a lot of things, honestly.
Amber, can you get back to the Earth plane?
So I tried,
You're joking.
and I can't seem to get there. But it's fine. Rescinda's employing me right now, so it just means I can't go home for a while. I'm sure I'll find a way to get there eventually, maybe.
Shit. I'm sorry.
How were you supposed to know the door would shut and wouldn't be able to be opened again?
There could still be hope.
I mean, well, my thought process was if we were able to get someone onto a different plane, they might be able to pop up back in, like, I don't know, Plutania? Treladar? Somewhere over there. Get the message out that things are not going great over here.
Or where I worry may need to do more than just spread the word or something, because I'm sure the council would use any sort of influence they have to quash any such rumors. Just shouting things are bad may not be sufficient.
I'm sure whatever note I could deliver would be a little bit more emphatic and informational than that.
Yes, but would it come with accompanying proof?
Perhaps.
All right, well,
The important part is establishing a line of communication. If we don't have that, it doesn't matter what we tell them because we ain't telling them nothing.
that is a fair point. Let us not put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Homunculus horse.
Nope, just a regular horse.
Metal horse?
All right. Well, let's get people evacuating. Maybe they can stay at your manor. I know it's a ways away, but
I can house them there. We can keep them safe.
yeah, Miss Woodrow, for sure. The twins, for sure. I'm hoping having Alec and the twins in the same place will sort of balance themselves out. If I'm wrong, though, I'm sorry about your property.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just things. It's the people are more important.
Yeah, that's awful kind of you.
It's not
All right.
kindness.
Well,
It's not kindness. It's a simple belief, honey.
beliefs can be
Okay.
kind.
Anyway,
Anyhow, I think we got at least a short-term plan. If you want to ask anything else to Candor, if there's anything we missed, now would be the time to do it because he is awful candid right now.
Candid candle.
Who do you
Yeah,
have a
just
crush on,
Candor.
they all
Candor?
just kind of like shake their head.
No? Do you think we covered everything?
Based
or?
on what you said, it sounds like you covered everything.
Okay. I guess I am good at my job, I suppose.
Sylvia says, best up-and-coming journalist in the
Oh,
continent.
you stop it. You stop
Lord.
it.
Illegally.
My darling sister.
Yeah, Lord. We're having that thing published about us in Corvangeline, what, this week?
Yep.
They're gonna know we have a printing press. Shit, I didn't even think about that. I just assumed you were like... Anyway. Ain't nothing we can do about it now, so let's just
Better
get
g-
people to safety and...
Better get that rag on the council up.
Ugh, and I'll write some fucking fluff piece about the council. Pardon my French.
And as
No, you're right.
as our party finishes off their plans, and now has a better idea as to what is in store in their future. Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition. A very important one.
Yeah, this was a session where things happened. For real, for real, for real, for real.
We may have uncovered a
So
great
much
conspiracy.
And more are happening still. Join us next time to find out. And we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.